So we're at step number 7, how to lay out your wood, okay, for your clock. It says to do layout on all boards, okay? Now, before you decide how to do the layout, and it doesn't say this on here, so this would be a good thing to write down, would be to decide how you want your wood positioned for the project, okay? Do we want the best piece of wood on the front? Absolutely. We want the first board, we want the one with the prettiest grain to be on the front. Okay? This one looks pretty good. I've got this set. Okay, now we got to turn that around. And remember I talked about these glue joints, and we wanted to kind of get those so that they're offset. Okay? So we mark those. This is going to be number 1. It's facing you. This is number 2. And this is number 3. Okay? Now on this one, first step is pretty easy. And I got to find the center. What's the easiest way to find the center of a rectangle or a square?
Corner to corner.
Corner to corner. So you just take... And I've got that as board number 3 on that side, but that doesn't matter.
Just out of curiosity, since your boards don't fit all together, at what stage are you going to run them through the planer?
They should.
Well, they're not all flat because when you glued them together.
They're pretty close though.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I can get that to flex enough to.
Gotcha.
Okay. What size is the dial? What size is the dial? Now, on this sheet it says what size the dial is. This is it says clock face is 4.5 inches. Okay? So I take the compass. Now, when we say a 4.5 inch diameter, Tyler, what does that mean? What do I set the compass to? Yeah. Can you quit sanding? Okay, so half of 4.5 is 2 1/4, as Matt just said. So I set this to 2 1/4. Okay, you don't have to start at the beginning of the ruler or rule. It's easier if I do this. So there's 1 2 1/4. That's going to give me a 4.5 inch diameter circle. So there's where the clock face is. Okay, and when you draw with a compass like this, just lean it the direction that you want to draw, okay, and then just spin it, only hold it right here on the top. Don't try to grab the leg and push it that way, okay, all right? Now, I'm doing an octagon shape on this one, and each one of these will tell you on these geometric shapes how to draw that octagon shape, okay? Now, It's a little bit hard to tell by looking at this sheet, but you're going to draw a radius from each corner that is exactly to the center, and that's going to give me, that's going to divide it into 8 equal parts. Okay, so hopefully this compass will open up wide enough. I didn't check that. Takes a pretty good size compass, and I've got some other compasses that are a little bit bigger. This one is going to make it. Okay, so I'm going from that corner, and it's it's really impossible to get it exactly in the corner, but get it as close as you can. And then you draw an arc like that, and draw an arc from this corner. Tyler, put the sandpaper away. Okay, and then I draw one from this corner.
So sneaky.
He just wants to work so bad.
Yeah, I appreciate that, wanting to get something done.
But this is critical.
But you guys are going to need to know this. This is...
Well, how to use a compass?
No,
how to lay it out.
How to lay it out.
Okay, now, all I got to do here, this should be really a 45-degree angle. And you want to just connect the ends of the arcs. Okay, this is the bottom of the octagon.
If I didn't mess it up. Because I worked on these boards.
And these boards have to be perfectly square for this to work out. If it's not, you don't end up with your octagon doesn't end up with equal lengths on the
After he did the demonstration with you guys on squaring the board, we went back and we went to check square on the miter saw. It was 1/8 of an inch off. So I readjusted the fence. Somebody knocked the fence out of square, and then I went back and recut his boards. And then he told me, no, it would have been okay.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I didn't cut him too short.
So that's one of the easiest layouts, okay? But it's really critical. Now, this one is really difficult. Give me one of your, not your front board. Give me one of your pieces. Doesn't matter which one, but not your front one.
Just give you a middle piece.
Okay, now, I'm going to go through this pretty quick, guys, so get over here where you can see me, because I know a lot of you are doing this one. How many are doing this clock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, okay. All right, well, and there's several kind of like this. Okay, the first thing that I want to do, so stand up so you can see, Jackson, okay. First thing I want to do is locate where the center of the clock face goes, all right. Now, these are supposed to be 13.5. Okay, already I can see that someone didn't measure very well because this is not 13.5.
This side comes down to 13.25.
Okay, so here's what I would recommend. Again, find the middle this way. Actually, and this might mess you up but to find the middle of a board, again, we can do this. Or we could have gone half of 3 3/8 was, or 13 3/8. We could have done that mathematically. Okay, so I've got equal distance there. Take a combination square or a tri-square. Make sure these are tight when you use them, because if it's loose, the rule will slide. Okay, I've got a vertical line, and that should be half. Okay, so there's about 6 and a little less than 3/4. And there's about 6 and 5/8. Whoa. Are the ends square on this? No. That one is. That one's not square. Did you cut that today?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay. 6 and 5/8. Okay, well it's within about a 1/16 of an inch. It's probably okay. Now, the center of that face, it says this is a 3 1/4 inch radius. Okay, so we're going to go down. If this is the top of the clock, we're going to go down 3 1/4. So go down 3 1/4. That's going to be the center of where the face is.